In several previous videos, I have shared with you, I think, my 9 steps to unleashing creativity. Intended outcome: information gathering, information analysis, incubation, insight, inspiration, implementation, integration, and incarnation. Those are the 9 steps for creativity. One of the steps is incubation. And that is what I want to talk about, because my method of incubation has been meditation, taking me from the realm of uncertainty to a realm of certainty to uncertainty to ambiguity to contradiction, ultimately to paradox. And in the chaos of all that, the emergence of insight and creativity. But here's the deeper meaning. And the deeper meaning is that the infinite creativity of pure consciousness comes when we embrace the unknown and shed our fixed identity. When we embrace not knowing and also embrace no identity, no personal identity. So, of course, we know that human existence is usually defined by the pursuit of knowledge and the construction of identity. From childhood, we are taught to accumulate information, categorize ourselves, and cling to labels that provide a sense of stability and belonging. Deepak Chopra is a label that actually decreases the awareness of possibilities, the label that describes the personal history of Deepak, the name, the social and intellectual experiences, the family, nationality, etc. But there are profound moments in life when there's a realization that we know nothing in the grand scheme of existence, and that our fixed identity is but an illusion. It is in this humbling awareness that infinite creativity of pure consciousness is unleashed, offering us boundless freedom to explore, create, and evolve. So that's the key: to lose your personal identity and embrace the unknown. To realize that one knows nothing is not an admission of ignorance, although it is called that, avidya in Sanskrit, ignorance of the bigger reality. So to realize that one knows nothing is not an admission of ignorance, but a recognition of the infinite complexity of life. The universe is vast, it's mysterious, it's ever changing, it's a tapestry woven with threads we can never fully comprehend. While knowing or knowledge serves as a tool for navigating the world, it is inherently limited by human perception and cultural constructs. What we consider truth today may be disproven tomorrow. What we deem real may be nothing more than a projection of our minds. This realization shatters, literally shatters, the ego's attachment to certainty and also to control. It invites us to embrace curiosity rather than cling to rigid beliefs. And when we let go of the need to know, we open ourselves to endless possibilities, infinite possibilities. We become students of existence, marveling at its beauty and complexity rather than attempting to confine it within the boundaries of human understanding. Similarly, the concept of a fixed identity is a construct that limits our potential. Society often encourages us to define ourselves through roles, achievements, affiliations, mother, artist, engineer, activist, politician. While these labels provide structure, they also become cages that restrict growth and exploration. I'm reminded of a poem of Rumi where he says, "Why do you stay in prison when the door is wide open?" The prison is the idea of a fixed identity, which implies permanence, yet life itself is fluid and dynamic. When we shed these labels and acknowledge that identity is not fixed but ever changing, we liberate ourselves from societal expectations and self imposed limitations. We become free to reinvent ourselves, to explore new facets of our being, and to embrace transformation as an integral part of existence. In this state of openness, creativity flourishes because it is no longer confined by preconceived notions of who we are or who we should be. Pure consciousness, the essence of awareness beyond thought, is inherently creative. It exists beyond the constraints of ego, of knowledge, and of identity. When we align ourselves with pure consciousness, we tap into an infinite wellspring of inspiration and imagination. And this state allows us to perceive life not as a series of problems to solve, but as a canvas on which to paint our unique expression. In this space, creativity becomes effortless because it flows directly from the source, the boundless energy that animates all existence. Artists describe moments when their work seems to emerge on its own. As, by the way, sometimes that's how it feels when I write a book. It just comes on its own and is guided by something greater than ourselves. Scientists recount flashes of insight that defy logical reasoning, yet lead to groundbreaking discoveries. These experiences are manifestations of pure consciousness at work, a reminder that true creativity transcends the limitations of intellect and ego. So, to unleash the infinite creativity of pure consciousness, we need courage. The courage to let go of what we think we know and who we think we are. It demands surrendering control and embracing uncertainty as a natural part of life. This shift can be unsettling at first because it challenges deeply ingrained beliefs about security and identity. However, it also brings profound liberation. Profound liberation. When we embrace the unknown, life becomes an adventure rather than a checklist or competition. We begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to overcome. We approach each moment with wonder and openness, allowing creativity to flow freely through us. This is the gift of not knowing. Again, as Rumi said, exchange your cleverness for bewilderment. The realization that we know nothing and have no fixed identity is not a loss, but a gain, a gateway to the infinite possibilities of experience, the superposition of all possible modes of knowing and experience. By shedding the illusions of certainty and permanence, we align ourselves with pure consciousness, where creativity knows no bounds. And in this state, life becomes an ever evolving masterpiece shaped by our willingness to explore and transform. So ultimately, the journey is not about achieving perfection, or accumulating accolades, but about embodying the essence of existence itself, boundless creativity, born from infinite awareness. And when we embrace this truth, we discover that the unknown is not something to fear, but something to celebrate. A reminder that within us lies the power to create worlds anew. I would say universes anew with every breath. So, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, let me know and possibly share it with your friends. Share this with your friends. Have a creative day.